Andrea Stewart-Cousins.
All right. Am I done? So I'm done now, right? I think that's what that's all about. Because you know, when I tell you to trust the shaded boxes, you trust the shaded boxes. And I really, just want to do what Leader Roth just did and begin by thanking all the amazing people who make sure that we do serve the people of New York State with our very best. I certainly want to congratulate my colleagues in the majority. Relentless, tireless. It was a tough haul. And nobody missed a beat. And nobody took their eye off the ball. Be focused. And focused under extraordinary circumstances. Liz, who certainly brought us through year after year of budget, was not here. And everybody stood up and did what we had to do. She is fine. She has been participating virtually, and we expect to see Liz right back in her chair when we come back next year. So I want to start by thanking people who I don't usually thank, my presiding officers. Yeah. So we have Senator Bailey, Senator Mayer, Senator Prasad, and Senator Cooney, who is celebrating the birth of his newborn son, Aiden. And again, thank you to the minority leader. We managed to always communicate back and forth because I think we all know that communication is the key. And when we communicate and when you can, take each other's word and know what you're dealing with, it's just a lot easier. So thank you for your leadership. And of course, to Senator Lanza, thank you for being the intrepid floor leader. And I know you're going to miss your buddy. But again, I'm sure who's ever sitting in this seat will benefit from your knowledge and experience. I want to thank my senior staff, my team. Where's Jay Lang? Jonathan Lang. And Dorothy Powell. That's Dorothy. And you talked about your brand new finance secretary. I had a brand new. They both left at the same time, right? But so my brand new finance secretary, Chris Friend, did amazing work. Chris. Oh, there you are. And a man whose birthday was yesterday, my comms director, Mike Murphy. And I want to shout out to Leah Goldman, Director of Intergovernmental Affairs. And she just came back after giving birth to a beautiful baby girl, Charlotte. I say that I am the majority leader that have seen more births than anyone before me, I'm telling you. It's wonderful because, it's always a source of delight to know that there's a new generation coming, and, if we do it right, they will continue in a way of some kind of service, and certainly public service is very, very noble. I also want to be able to thank my own staff, led by Jonathan Alvarenga. Thank you. Jonathan and my team, thank you. They manage my life in ways that really, all I have to do when I come here is worry about all of you. So I do. So I appreciate my staff incredibly. And I do want to give a special thank you to the Secretary of the Senate, Alejandra Paulino, and her team. Thank you, Alejandra, for making sure the chamber and all the other things that we have to do really run so very smoothly. And let's give it up for Big Ben. And really, all the sergeants, I think, again, we feel safe, we feel looked after, our guests do too. So thank you, Ben, all the sergeants, for all that you do. And of course, we said goodbye to you already, but of course, I will say it again. It has been, an honor of my lifetime to serve with you, to be a partner for so many years, 13 to be exact. And again, as I said, not only have you been a trusted advisor and a steady hand, and just, somebody who you could depend on wherever you were to do whatever needed to be done. I really, really thank you. I know you are going to have a great next chapter, but I thank you for all that you've contributed to us every single day. Thank you so much. I always tell him that he really is the best Senate Deputy Majority Leader ever. So, again, thank you for all your partnership. And then you, Brian.
How did you get there?
I'm saying, how do I get to sit between two departing members? But again, Brian, thank you. I think we had a chance, as you all probably did, to spend time telling Brian the impacts that he's made in our lives through his example, through the way he has been able to explain the minutest details with the utmost amount of patience and intellect. And he'll break it down for you. He'll meet you wherever you are. And the passion that he has around the things that he cares about, which is just about everything. So it is, he's one of those incredible human beings. And so again, we wish you well. We will miss you, but each of us are better because of the service that you've given us, exactly both of you. So thank you so very much, Brian. And I also want to, again, wish my friends departing on that side of the aisle. Jack, you and I were there. I called you a repeater because you came back, right? But I remember those early days in local government, and it's just good. I wish you well, I'm sure. And you can come back again if you want, but, a three-peater. They say, no, well, you're not going to be here.
I want a Democrat.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, not right now. You don't come back right now. But to you and to Senator Week, thank you so much. It feels like you've been here longer than 6 years. When you said only 6 years, I was quite surprised. But again, I know that your family will welcome you back because we heard the options, and the fact that you had the support so that you could come and be and really, work for your constituents and the state is to our benefit. So I wish you very, very good luck. And same thing did I lose Senator Overrocker? Okay.
She's already on his new life.
Okay, I was going to thank him for the steak sauce, but okay. Jeez, he didn't even wait. Started his new life already. But anyway, I wish him well also. So on to the remarks. Public service is not always easy. The issues before us are rarely simple, and the responsibility of finding solutions that improve the lives of New Yorkers is one we don't take lightly. But throughout the session, our conference remained focused on addressing the concerns we hear from our constituents and delivering for the people of New York. So when we began the session in January, we knew the challenges ahead would be significant. New Yorkers are struggling with rising costs. Families are facing higher utility bills, higher health care costs, growing economic uncertainty. At the same time, we're confronted with an increasingly unpredictable federal government that has repeatedly threatened programs and protections that millions of New Yorkers depend on. Faced with those realities, we chose and we choose to move New York forward. So this session, we confronted the growing burden of utility costs. We advanced packages aimed at holding utility companies accountable, strengthening oversight, ensuring that ratepayers are protected from unnecessary costs. We made clear that utility providers should serve New Yorkers, not profit at their expense. On the first day of session, I said we would stand up for immigrant communities and advance the goals of New York for all. And that's exactly what we did. We fought to protect immigrant families, strengthen due process, and safeguard access to schools, healthcare, and other essential services. We made clear that New York will continue to be a place where families can live with dignity and pursue opportunity and contribute to the communities they call home. At a time when reproductive rights remain under attack nationwide, we enacted protections for patients' privacy, expanded access to fertility and IVF treatments, and safeguarded the right of New Yorkers to make their own health care decisions. We also stood up for affordable health care. As federal leaders continue to threaten health care access and undermine critical programs, we advanced legislation to lower prescription drug costs, improve access to care, and protect patients across the state. For the first time, we took major steps towards truly universal child care by expanding UPK and investing in child care programs statewide. We fully funded our schools again and made it clear that every student deserves a quality education. We fought to lower costs, protect consumers. We took on junk fees, deceptive pricing practices, subscription traps, corporate abuses that make it harder for working families to make ends meet. We defended science and public health, advancing legislation that supports vaccine access, empowers healthcare providers, and reinforces evidence-based public health practices that keep our communities safe. We continue to lead on environmental protection and climate action, advancing legislation to protect our natural resources, reduce pollution, invest in clean energy infrastructure, expand electrification and solar opportunities. We advanced legislation to strengthen our democracy and protect the right to vote. We've worked to safeguard election workers, modernize our election systems, ensure New Yorkers can participate in our democracy free from intimidation and interference. We strengthen protections for survivors of domestic violence and sexual violence, continuing our work to ensure survivors have access to the resources, support, and legal protections they need while strengthening accountability for those who seek to harm or intimidate them. Finally, we continue to support New York's agricultural industry and delivered critical investments to both New York City and local municipalities across our state, helping communities strengthen infrastructure, improve critical services, and support long-term economic growth. We continue to invest in creating more affordable housing across the state, and at the same time stand up for homeowners and renters, because we all know that affordable housing is crucial for strong communities. At a time when so many New Yorkers are looking for stability and leadership, we remain focused on delivering results, protecting fundamental rights, and strengthening the communities we represent. Those accomplishments did not happen overnight. They're a result of months of hard work, difficult conversations, shared commitment to serving the people of New York. And while we can be proud of what we've achieved, we all recognize that there is more to be done and that challenges remain, that our work is not finished. So as we close this session, I'm reminded that progress is measured not only by what we accomplish in this chamber, but by the difference it makes in the lives of New Yorkers. There's always going to be more work to do, but this session demonstrated what is possible when we remain focused on the people who elected us to serve. So to every member of this chamber, I do thank you for your service. To the staff and to all those who work so hard, we thank you. And you've earned a few days off. Not many. Well, you all maybe. But those of us here, we know we're going to return to our districts, to hopefully our families, again, to those people who love and care about us. Many of us are going to be in races. We wish you luck. I certainly, again, as Leader Ort said, we know we will see most of you back here. But remember that what you do is important. What you do matters. The fact that you do it creates opportunities that many of us would never have believed we would ever have. We don't take it lightly, but we do know that New York needs us to be focused on New Yorkers. There's no better people to do it. So God bless. Enjoy the summer. Win your races. Y'all, please. You too. You too. But, enjoy. And we'll see you back here next year. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.